Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Megan here. Today I thought it would be fun to share with you guys what I have in my everyday makeup bag right here. It is the makeup that I have on my face right now, and I find that this makeup just lasts me the whole day and still is very natural looking but still put together. I mean, I'm not calling this a no makeup look because it is a makeup look. But I like seeing these videos. I like seeing the tips and the tricks and the shortcuts that other people here on YouTube have. So essentially, this is the sort of makeup that I want to wear, you know, when I have to wake up somewhat early to get to work, where I still need to look presentable, but I don't want to spend forever thinking about what colors I want to use, what makeup I want to wear. I kind of just have this to be like a no-brainer thing that I know will last me throughout the day and is very, very, very quick to get done. So without further ado, let's get into what I have in my bag. So first things first, I have my foundation. Now, if you had asked me even just a month ago if I used foundation on these sorts of days, I would have said no. I would have said that I stock conceal underneath my eyes, and I would put a different concealer on any random red patches that I have on my face, and I would have called it good. But that was before I got a stick foundation. And so let me explain to you the difference. Normal foundation is just kind of an annoying process. You know, the foundations, and they can come with a pump or be just the pour off tubes. It's still kind of annoying in the morning because, you know, you're probably trying to bust out your foundation and get it buffed in and everything like within a minute. That's my goal, at least in the morning. And if you have just like a traditional foundation, there are a few things that you have to do that you don't necessarily have to with the stick foundation, i.e. being like finding a surface to dump the foundation on. I know some people don't like to put it on the back of their hands. That has never bothered me. That's where I normally put it, but I know a lot of people don't. And so you have to find whatever surface to dump it on, and then you have to dump it out as slowly as possible because you obviously don't want to waste very much product. And so, and then once you do that, you know, you buff it in, and then you have to find something like a tissue or a makeup remover wipe to take it off. And you know, those random like 3 or 2 steps probably add like an extra, you know, 45 seconds to the morning routine. And if you're trying to spend 10 minutes or less on your makeup, then you know, the 45 seconds to a minute is still pretty crucial. And so that's why I didn't like using typical foundations. Now, the stick foundation is obviously very different because you don't have to worry about wasting any product at all. You just open it up and you just like put it all over your face and then you blend it out. There's no time wasting to see how much product you're dumping out, to see how much to, you know, wipe it off the back of your hand. I mean, it sounds really stupid, but in reality, like, that does add a big chunk to your morning routine. And so that's why I got a stick foundation, and I love this Sephora collection stick foundation. It gives a really nice satin finish to the skin, and another thing that I like is a satin finish just because that obviously is the natural finish of people's skin. Your skin has a natural satin finish. And so for my everyday makeup, I like my skin to mimic the finish of regular skin. And so that's why I really, really like stick foundations, and especially this is a very good one. Okay, so I will put on my foundation. It'll probably take me 1 minute. Next thing I'll do is just really quickly powder my face. And right here I have the Fit Me Powder Foundation, and I have it in the color 110 Porcelain. Now, I personally like setting my face with a powder foundation. I don't find that it looks cakey. I've never had an issue with that. And so I think the reason that I like to set my face with a powder foundation is just because you can really, like, I can't think of the right word. You have a lot of variety with how you want to use this powder. So usually, and especially on days like this, I will just take a giant fluffy brush and I will just dust it all over my face, and it will just put down a very little amount of powder, and so it just sets the face. It doesn't add any coverage or anything like that. It just mattifies and it sets the face when you use a big fluffy powder brush like this. But let's say for some reason I was using like a BB cream or anything like that, then you wanted more coverage, let's say, you could use like a flat top kabuki brush like this, and then dust it into powder and then pack it on, and you could get a lot more coverage out of this powder topper. And so I think that's why I like this, is because I can just choose how I want to use it. There's more ways than one to use it. Like translucent powders are nice, but I just don't feel like you can use it in a lot of different ways, whereas I feel like I can use this in a lot of different ways. And this is a good powder too, so it's nice and silky, it has good coverage. I do like this powder. So then I'll set my face. And especially when I use a big fluffy powder brush like this, it probably takes 15 seconds for me to just cover my face in this. So it doesn't take very long. I love applying it with this brush on days like this. Okay, next thing I do is I go in with blush. Now I don't bronze on an everyday sort of basis. I just don't find that it's necessary for me. I like to have a little bit of bronziness around the forehead, but it's not something that I feel like I need, and so I just don't particularly use it every day. And so next thing I'll go in with is blush. Now, I have a couple choices for blush. Now, this is one of the only choices that I let myself have in the morning. Everything else is pretty much set in stone. But I pretty much have a warm blush and a cool blush. So this warm blush is from Milani, and I have it in the color 02 Rose d'Oro. And this, you can tell, it's such a gorgeous blush. It's just a warm, rosy shade. You can see like that golden marbling inside. I mean, and it's super pigmented. Like, if I was in Walgreens more often than I am, I would own so many more of these blushes. Because, you know, take everything you've heard about like baked products and just like throw it out the window. You know, they're supposedly, or at least when they first started coming out, you know, you'd have hard pan, or they wouldn't be pigmented, they'd be super powdery. But this is just an incredible formula in a beautiful, beautiful color. I love wearing this on a daily basis when I want something warm. Now, when I want something cool, I'll go with my Hourglass blush in the color Mood Exposure, and you can definitely tell that this is more of a neutral sort of blush. It's definitely darker, and it's the blush that I'm wearing on my face right now. And so when I want something cooler, or when I want something a bit more natural, this will probably be what I wear. And I love both of these blushes so, so, so much. And you know, this will add on another maybe 30 seconds to my makeup routine. So we're pretty much like halfway done with my face, and it's probably taken like 2 minutes by now. So hooray! Okay, next thing I'll do, sorry, getting over a cold. Okay, so this is the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and it is a super good eyeliner. It honestly, this is going to sound so stupid, it took me a very long time to start to use a liquid eyeliner just for the sake of lining the lash line, because for a while, if I was holding a liquid liner, like I was going to do a wing. There was no way out of it, just because like I finally got the hang of it and I felt like I needed to do it. And so if I had a liquid liner in my hand, I would be doing a wing. So for the last couple of weeks, it was pretty difficult to overcome that. But I finally did, so I just use this to do a very thin line right on my lash line, just because it makes my lash line, or my lashes, look a bit more full and obviously define the eyes. And so I think it's very appropriate for an everyday makeup sort of look. And so I really do like just a simple line of liquid eyeliner. I think it really does help with the eyes. I think it's better than putting like a brown or putting like a powder down. I don't know, I just really like the effect of a liquid liner. Okay, and so next I move on to eyebrows. Oh, and that doesn't take me very long. That probably takes me like 30 seconds. Okay, so next I have my eyebrows. Now this is probably the most time consuming thing that I do for my makeup. Right here I have the Lorac Brow Kit. And obviously I've loved this to death. It has, oh no, some of the powder just like fell out. But initially, like right here, you'll have a wax, and then you have two different sorts of brow colors. And so a light blonde and then like a dark blonde. And I've used this kit to death. If you are especially new with makeup or new with filling in your eyebrows, I always recommend a powder, because I think it is the most forgiving when it comes to doing your eyebrows. because it's very easy if you don't like it to just like take your finger and like wipe it away. And I think it's the easiest for me to do quickly in the morning. So that's why I like using the brow kit in the morning. And so then what I'll do is I'll just take my NYX Control Freak Brow Gel and just brush that through. Altogether, this probably takes me about 3 minutes. So like I said, the most time consuming thing in the morning, but you know, I can't not fill in my eyebrows. Like, I need my eyebrows filled in. Okay, last thing for the eyes is mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Now this, I'm not a big fan of this mascara. I mean, I just feel like it doesn't give me the effect that I want out of a mascara. I like my eyelashes to look very organized, like one lash by one lash by one lash by one lash, and very clean and not very clumpy. And then this kind of makes them like disorganized, if that makes any sense. They kind of start to like overlap and look a bit clumpy and not come to like a fine tip at the end of the eyelashes. I don't know, but it is a mascara. It's a mascara, and I'm gonna finish it up because I need to finish it up before I buy another one. But you know, this isn't one that I would recommend, but it's okay. But obviously you need mascara early in the morning. This probably takes me 1 minute to put on. Okay, and then last things last is the lip color, and pretty much the blush that I decide on decides the lip color. So if I wear the cool toned blush, the Hourglass one that I'm wearing today, then I will always pair with the same lip color. That way, like I said, I can limit my choices as much as possible in the morning and just make sure that, you know, my makeup gets done quickly and cleanly. And so what I'll do is I'll take this Maybelline lipstick, their matte lipstick in the color Blushing Pout, and then I will also take this e.l.f. matte lip color in the color Natural, and one's definitely more of like a light cool tone pink, and then this one's more of a dark cool tone pink. And then I will obviously just line my lips with the darker one and fill in the center with the lighter one, and I'll blend it together. That probably takes 1 minute. I think it's super duper flattering and very friendly for everyday makeup. I love this color combination. It's been a while since I've worn this Maybelline one, but you know, when you pair with this, it's just so beautiful. And the formulas work really well together because I think they're quite similar. Yeah, I love this color combination with this blush. I think it's so pretty. And then if I chose the Milani one, the more warm tone blush, then I'll have two lip colors to choose from. This is the Revlon Ultra HD Lip Lacquer in the color Topaz, which is a warm, shiny peach neutral color. And then this is like the exact same color, just like in a different type of formula. It's in Lip Crayon. And this is the shade Daydreamer, just a warm, neutral, peachy color. And that is what I will choose if I go with the warm tone blush. And so, yeah, that is how, I mean, if you're trying to, you know, do your makeup quickly in the morning, definitely just make sure that you choose one product, your favorite product, for everything that you find necessary in the morning, and just put it in a nice little bag. Maybe give yourself a couple options, but don't overwhelm yourself in the morning, because if you're trying to do your makeup, there's a hair. If you're trying to do your makeup quickly in the morning, then you obviously want to limit your options as much as possible. And if for some reason you wanted things to be, you know, more intense, then definitely choose just a different lip color and maybe throw some eyeshadow on or a wing. And I just, this, like I said, like done in 10 minutes or less. So that is my everyday makeup. That's what I have in my everyday makeup bag. That is my tips and tricks for getting ready in the morning quickly. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.